In this video, we are talking about expensive Nintendo games. Yes, we're talking about the NES, the SNES, the Nintendo 64, and some GameCube games. And if you like this, we'll probably do another series or another video like this in the future. But for now, we're sticking to those 4 systems, and I'm going to talk about a few games from each one that is super expensive. So let's go check it out. Since we are talking about the early consoles for Nintendo, we gotta start with the NES. And I've got 2 games that are pretty expensive that, quite honestly, looking through my collection, I didn't think these games were worth a ton, but surprisingly they are. First off, I've got Dragon Warrior 2, which is a ton of fun to play, but I wouldn't really think of this game and say that's an expensive game. I actually happen to have this game complete, which is pretty awesome, but I figured I'd just show you the cartridge. I don't need to dig out the box and all that. But if you have this game, according to price charting, you are looking at $60 just for the loose cartridge. And if you have this game complete like I do, you're looking at $161 of value. Now, am I gonna go out and sell this game? No, but that's way more expensive than I thought. But moving on, this next game was crazier. Now, Conquest of the Crystal Palace is a game that I've had in my collection for a long time. I always see this game, I see it, and I'm like, wow, that cover art, it looks amazing. No wonder I bought this game. And then later on, I got the box for it. I don't have the manual, sadly, but for the most part, this is a pretty awesome looking game. I haven't played too much of it, to be honest, but the cover art itself was worth it for me to buy it. But if you have this game complete, you are spending a lot of money. But let's talk about the loose one first. First off, if you have this loose, you are looking at $48. Yes, $48 for this game. And if you have it complete, you are looking at $117. So if you have both of these games and they're complete, you're looking at about $300 just in these 2 games. That to me blows me away, especially because it's the NES. So I've got all these games behind me. If you want me to ever talk about anything, just comment down below and let me know. But let's get back into the video. Moving on, we've got to talk about the Super Nintendo. Now, when you think of expensive games, you're probably gonna think about the Super Nintendo more than you would the NES, and that's quite frankly because the games are expensive. There's a lot more higher tier games that are expensive on this system. So these 2 games kind of surprised me. First off, we're going to talk about Kirby Superstar. Now, if you have this game loose, you're looking at about $53. But if you have this game complete, which I shockingly have, I'll tell you that in a second, this is $147 complete. That just blows my mind. But how I got this game complete was I walked into a local game store about 5 years ago, and I want to say I paid like 30 or 40 bucks for it complete, and like, wow, basically add 100 bucks to whatever I paid, and that's what this is worth. Like, that just blows my mind. But that doesn't top the cake. This next game really is crazy, and you'll understand why I'm talking about it now, and that is Chrono Trigger. Now, when I bought this game loose, I paid $100 for it, which you'll figure out why I wanted to combine these 2. This game currently is worth $211 if you have it just the loose disc or loose cartridge like this. However, if you have this game complete, you're looking at $842. Now, if you notice, the game before I said just add another 100 and that's the value of the game from what I paid for it. You pretty much can say the same thing for this one. The price has gone up 100 bucks, 111 bucks from when I paid 100 for it, but these 2 games right here are really expensive. Now, I know Chrono Trigger is a loved game and Superstar is pretty awesome as well, but wow, these went up in price and I just didn't expect that. If you are liking this video or enjoying any of my content, make sure you comment down below and let me know. Also, don't forget to like, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification. Let's go back to the video. Moving on to the Nintendo 64, I've got 2 games that I really wanted to talk about. And first off, we're going to talk about Super Smash Bros. Now, I love this game. I've had this game in my collection since I bought it back in the day, and it's a ton of fun. I always thought of this game to be like a $25 to $30 game, just the cartridge. Well, if you look at price charting, you are looking at $43, which is kind of a lot considering I only thought it was like a $30 game. So that's interesting. But if you have this game complete, you're looking at $169. That to me is super shocking. I did not expect this game to be worth more than maybe 100 complete in box. So being almost $170 worth just shocks me so much. Now this next game, I understand why it's expensive, but the price just shocks me every time, and that's why I wanted to talk about it. And that's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Now this was the very last game on the Nintendo 64, I believe, and obviously it was the last Tony Hawk game on the Nintendo 64. This game loose, just the cartridge, is worth $62 according to price charting. Now if you happen to have this game complete, you are looking at about $105. That's crazy. I did not expect this game to be worth that much, to be honest. Smash Bros is worth a little bit more complete, but loose, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater is worth a ton of money. And every time I talk about the Nintendo 64 and game prices, this game happens to be one that I talk about just because I always never expect it to be worth $62 right now. It just blows my mind, but these are two amazing, awesome games on the Nintendo 64. If you are interested in supporting the channel, down below there's a membership button. Click that. It gets you access to videos early. Also, if you're interested in some merch, go ahead and check that out. It's down below in the description. Last but definitely not least is the Nintendo GameCube. I grabbed two games out of my collection that I want to talk about. Now this first game is probably the game I think about when I think about the GameCube, and that is Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. I love this game, it's a ton of fun. I love Paper Mario games, I love the GameCube, I love this game on the GameCube. Like, come on now. This game just fits perfectly into all of the reasons why I think of this whenever I think of the GameCube. So when I look at this game loose disc, you're looking at $82 according to price charting. But if you have this game complete, yes, complete, $101. That to me is shocking. This game is totally awesome and is a ton of fun. And as we see these GameCube prices go up in value, I can only wonder to see where this is going to settle complete. Maybe 150 or 200 bucks. I'm not quite sure, but we'll have to watch that one and see where it goes. And then another great, amazing game on the system that is actually on another system. It's on the Wii for a lot cheaper. So if you've never played it, go pick it up on the Nintendo Wii. But Zelda Twilight Princess. This game is an amazing game. It looks awesome, but it's expensive. So be ready. If you're going to buy it for the GameCube, you're going to spend a lot of money. Now, if you have this game loose, you're looking at about $83 worth of value. Or if you have this complete, you're looking at about $105. So looking at these two games on the GameCube, you're looking at spending about 200 to 210 bucks for these games complete like they are here. So if you're looking for games, these are some great ones, but they are really expensive. That is the games that I ended up grabbing from my collection. I've been kind of wanting to do this, not just a specific series where it's just one console. I wanted to talk about the game prices in general and how some of these games are very expensive. I didn't expect Dragon Warrior 2 to be worth as much as it is, but I did expect Paper Mario Thousand Year Door to be that expensive. So if you want to see more videos like this, let me know, but really that's all I got for you, so peace.